Okay, how's everybody doing? Wow, eh? What a journey this river road has been. I mean, I'm actually surprised that I've gotten this far. Like in just, well, I guess it's about a year and a half because the channel started 2.5 years ago and I began with Glover Road and I worked on that for about a year, I think. And then now I'm into this one well, this is the second year I think I'm already into. And then there's the end of this year, which I want to kind of just give a little bit of a review and then kind of let on a little bit in the direction that I'm going to be going in 2023. But let me first just say this, that River Road will always be the ongoing project that I have on the go, like within my studio here. It's above me. It's just built in, and I know what it takes to finish projects because I was a professional in the industry. So I don't want anybody to worry about that. Oh, he's deviating or he's burning out. No, no burnout. Burnout only happens with commissions, which is why I never did commit. One commission I did that went sideways years ago, and I swore I would never do it again. And all the work that I did that's in private collections, which is why people don't know or knew about me that much, except for the time when I was in competition, like back in the 80s and 90s in IPMS and so on. But I modeled mostly in the diorama subject, non-military, even though I grew up building military dioramas and had gleaned quite a few awards early on in my 20s when they had, the Pacific National Exhibition and just local shows and stuff. But when I went into the IPMS, which is where all the real top, quality modelers were, that's when I started to win quite a few awards in the subject of the diorama that really surprised me, actually. And then it turned into a professional career, right? I went into film and some people in those areas got to know who I was and contacted me, and then I would just do pieces on spec and they would buy them. So, and I don't know where they are to this day, to be honest. Like those people that collect are usually quite private about their collections. At least some of them are. At least the ones that collected my work were. Even though some of them, I don't even know if they're still around anymore, but anyway, I guess what I'm saying is I really got the bug. I really got the hankering to do some of those small dioramas again. So coming up in the new year, I'm going to progress on River Road, but it's not going to be as many updates or tutorials as it was this last year. I just cannot keep up that pace, okay? I mean, I think the last year you've all been spoiled a bit, and I stayed true to my commitment. And I'm still going to follow through, but it's just going to be spread out more. And besides, there's so much content right now. If you go back under videos, I've covered pretty much everything so far up to where, the diner scene is going to be. And this is my focus right now. But I also have focus. I have some other projects on the go. Like I have some small dioramas like I used to build. And I'm not going to say what the nature of them are right now because that's my privilege. But I will let you know, though, when they're ready. Like I'm not going to do the the beginning of the build and then just show it as it goes along and then to finish. These ones I'm going to finish them. I may even enter some of them in competition or on display at the the IPMS shows, for example, or whatever, like so that people can see my work out there in the public, and then of course people will know who I am. But I'm just a low-profile dude, man. I'm just like an introvert guy that gets energized through solitude, and just that's the way I am, right? That's why I'm not known out there, because I live a fairly private life. And when you're like, if you have a career in this industry, like if you want to call it that, at least in the industry that I had, you were always in your studio anyway working. So it's built in. Like I don't fly by night. Like I don't start a project and then quit, like I finish them, even if I don't feel totally good about them. I follow through, and I feel really good about this layout, River Road. Like this is one of my primary main personal pieces, right? That's built on spec. It's not a commission. So it's not going to end anytime soon. So I'm going to keep giving updates on that. I'm going to cover this feature, signature scene, the build. But I'm also going to be doing some of these other dioramas. Actually, I've already started one anyway because I need a break. Like a lot of people don't understand what a break means. Like like an artist doesn't stop working. They never stop. If they do, it's because they're burned out. But if they're not burned out, nothing stops them. And so as long as they're creating and they're doing what they feel they need to express, then the energy is there and the passion is there. And it certainly is with River Road. But when I finish these, like as I finish each one of these dioramas, I don't know how many I'm going to build next year. Probably maybe 2, maybe 3, we'll see, along with River Road. Because I'm really in the groove, and like I said, I know how to manage my time. I know how to manage my build. I've been in it a long time, and that's what experience gives, right? It allows you to become more proficient at your build method and technique and your workflow, etc. But I'm going to be really focusing on this scene right here, and I'll be giving updates. And like for example, there's a retaining wall. I'm going to show how I build that. Like people have been wondering, oh, well, how are you going to transition this slice of terrain off? Well, it's going to be re-sculpted in on the corner here into a retaining wall, and then this would be like a public square in here, but pushed back a bit because I tightened up for the video. So I'm really excited about this scene, but I'm also going to be doing the diorama, the one-off little dioramas that I love to do, that you'll soon see what they are, like the subject matter. And it's not anything like's being done right now out there, mainstream. Okay, it's not busts like figures, even though they're fantastic. It's not military dioramas, even though those are fantastic. Been there, done that, right? During the Shep Payne days and so on. But I really, most of my inspiration, as some of you know, came from Ray Anderson. I loved his old school approach to things, like the box diorama. And just the open dioramas, the small ones, that had that intimate feel, some based on history, some on reality, some on fiction. So that's my curriculum for 2023. And I want to thank all of you for supporting River Road. Please continue to do so. Feel free to subscribe. It's going to continue as it's always continued. I just probably won't be doing these kinds of tutorials on a regular basis. They're just too much work, and they just really drain my batteries. Even though I love doing them, right? But I have so many other things on this layout that I'm really excited about that I want to get to as well. So please don't be alarmed. Don't lose faith. I'll be keeping the river going, the river of creativity. And I hope to see you soon in the new year. I wish good health upon you. I wish prosperity upon you and your family. I wish that you'll find that creative spirit to pour out into the subject matter or the genre that you love to model in, whether it's dioramas, model railroads, vignettes, sculptures, figurines, whatever. Pour yourself into it. Find a subject you love, you really love, and just go for it. And don't worry about all the other people. Don't worry about the naysayers and the critics and the people that you think are better than you. Be motivated by them, okay? And find your true self, like your style, your modeling style. And if you can, focus in more on a smaller footprint, and you'd be surprised how quickly and efficiently your skills will grow, okay? So thanks once again. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and happy modeling, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.